Before we begin, take a breath, because these are not ghost stories. These are not legends passed down over time. These are moments when ordinary people realized something was terribly wrong, and the only thing standing between them and disaster was a voice on the other end of the line. This is the story of 3 real 911 calls. What makes them disturbing isn't just what's happening in the background. It's how normal everything sounds, right up until it doesn't. The first call came in just after midnight. The dispatcher answered the way they always do. Calm, trained, professional. Another shift, another voice, another emergency. But the woman on the line wasn't screaming. That was the first thing that stood out. Her voice was quiet, controlled, almost polite. She gave her address slowly, clearly, like she was afraid that if she rushed, something bad would happen. The dispatcher asked what the emergency was. There was a pause. Then the woman said, "I think someone is inside my house." No panic, no hysteria, just certainty. The dispatcher asked where she was calling from. "I'm in the bathroom," she said. "The door is locked." You can hear something faint in the background, a soft, rhythmic sound. At first, it's hard to place. The dispatcher asks if she can see anyone. "No," the woman replies, "but I can hear him walking." The dispatcher tells her to stay quiet, to keep the line open. Officers are being sent. The woman whispers that she doesn't think the intruder knows she's there. Then, mid-sentence, the footsteps stop. Silence. The dispatcher calls her name. No answer. Then, very softly, a male voice speaks near the phone. Not loud, not angry, just curious. "Who are you talking to?" The line goes dead. Police arrived 4 minutes later. The bathroom door was open. The phone was on the floor. The woman was never found. To this day, no suspect has been charged. The call remains one of the most unsettling recordings dispatchers are trained on. Not because of what you hear, but because of how calm it all sounds until the very end. The second call happened in broad daylight. A man called from his car on a rural highway. He sounded confused, disoriented. He told the dispatcher he had been driving for hours, but the road didn't seem to end. The dispatcher assumed fatigue, asked him to pull over. He said he couldn't. "No matter how fast I go," he said, "it looks the same." The dispatcher asked him to describe his surroundings. Trees, fog, no signs, no buildings. Then his voice dropped. "There's someone standing in the road," he said. The dispatcher told him to slow down. The man said he already had. "She's not moving," he whispered. "She's just watching me." The dispatcher asked if he could turn around. Another pause. "I already did that," he said. "She was there too." You can hear his breathing pick up, the sound of an engine revving, then slowing. Then the man screamed, not in pain, in shock. "She's smiling," he said. "She's right next to the car." The dispatcher shouted for him to lock his doors. There was a loud thud. The call cut out. Highway patrol searched the area for hours. No accident, no car, no body, no record of a vehicle matching the description ever entering that stretch of road. The call remains officially unexplained. The third call is different, because the danger wasn't outside. It was already inside the house. A young boy dialed 911 late at night. His voice shook, but he tried to sound brave. He whispered his address, then said something that made the dispatcher sit up straight. My mom won't wake up, the dispatcher asked if she was breathing. I don't think so, the boy said. She's cold. The dispatcher switched tone instantly. Calm, but urgent, asked the boy to put the phone down and try to shake her. The boy did. Nothing. Then the dispatcher asked a question that changed everything. Is anyone else in the house? The boy hesitated. Yes, he whispered. Who? My dad. The dispatcher asked where his father was. In the kitchen, the boy said. He told me to stay in my room. The dispatcher asked if his father had hurt his mother. The boy didn't answer. Instead, he said, He's coming. Footsteps can be heard approaching. The dispatcher told the boy to hide the phone and pretend to be asleep. The boy whispered, Okay. The sound of the phone being placed down, a door opening, a man's voice, low, irritated. Who are you talking to? The boy didn't respond. The dispatcher stayed on the line, listening. Then the man laughed. The call ended. Police arrived minutes later. They found the father in the kitchen, the mother deceased in the bedroom, the boy unharmed, hiding under his bed. The father was arrested without resistance. The dispatcher who took the call later said the worst part wasn't the silence. It was the laughter. These calls are studied now, not as entertainment, but as reminders that danger doesn't always announce itself loudly, that fear can sound calm, that sometimes the most disturbing moments happen in ordinary voices asking for help, and that on the other end of the line, there is always someone listening, hoping they can get there in time.